The askSlim Cycle Analysis Workshop Special. This is a time when we're all working hard to take special care of our physical well-being. Many of us are isolating, yet using this time very productively, working from home, catching up on things of interest, hobbies, education, and more. This is a perfect time for advancing our skills in analyzing the markets, for trading or investing. Please watch this video, which gives you a comprehensive look at the contents of our one-of-a-kind workshop on cycle analysis, a unique charting method that projects in time and price. Many of you have seen the quality of our work. The way we look at charts at askSlim is very different from most sites. Because this is an incredibly historic time, and we want to make it easier for you to learn these skills, we are offering this workshop at the lowest price ever. After you have watched this video, please write to me with any questions you have on the content at slim@askSlim.com. To receive the special 30% off link, write matt@askSlim.com. And for any other trials to askSlim levels 1, 2, 3, or 4, also write to matt@askSlim.com. Cycle Analysis Workshop is so unique that I say to you, get ready to look at charts differently than you ever have before. Thank you for your interest in the askSlim Cycle Analysis Workshop, a video program. For the past 43 years, I've been studying cycle analysis. It all started back in 1975 when I read the now classic book on the subject. And over the decades, my work has evolved into an intuitive art form, developed through countless trials and errors. One of my fans calls this style of analysis chartistry. I love that. This workshop took over 2 years to write and over 6 months to produce. It was really a work of love. One of the big differences in cycle analysis that is really very rare is that it looks at time. This added dimension offers the user the ability to gain a unique understanding in the market rhythms, and to project into the future in both time and price. You might normally look at a basic chart that looks something like this. But then when you apply the many aspects to cycle analysis to that chart, it then changes as you add on more and more layers of information to glean more and more pieces of information out of there and go from the basic chart to one that has a huge amount of information on it. And you learn to take that information that flows from these studies and to greatly improve the way you engage in the market. The knowledge of many of these nuances and aspects of cycle analysis bring traders to a much higher level of market awareness. And that certainly does give them the ability to improve their results. This course is going to take you through a comprehensive learning process. Each module builds on the one before it. And I believe that my clear teaching approach will bring you a much greater understanding of this style of charting. In this 20 video module course, there's also supportive videos that come out of our library of videos. So there's many more than just 20 videos that'll be included in here. And you will learn cycle analysis from the very basics, the definitions, the new language you will learn, and the principles to this charting style through cycle identification and the meaning of the intricate layers of energies and correlations of the charts in multiple time frames. After taking this course, you will be forever changed. You will never see a chart the same way that you did before. Cycle charts will now speak to you as you learn a new charting language, and your level of market awareness will soar. as you recognize and make better trade entries, improve your ability to cut your losses and to let your winners run and even add on to winners, and your win-loss percentage can vastly improve, which is a key to long-term success. And certainly, as that happens, you gain more confidence, and then you engage in the market in a much more productive and confident way. Your perspective on technical analysis will be very different than you could have gotten anywhere else. You'll be at a new level of understanding of markets and trading, and you can never go back. This charting method will get in your blood, as it has in mine. The result will be that your odds are greatly increased in being a successful trader or self-directed investor. I'm going to give you now a detailed explanation of the modules in this program, essentially going through the table of contents and giving you a sense for what is in each of the modules. And you'll see how these things grow on each other. So here is the askSlim Cycle Analysis Workshop, the table of contents. So I'll go through each of these and describe what is inside each one. So here are the first three modules. First, you'll get an introduction really on how I came into cycle analysis and an introduction to the book, The Profit Magic of Stock Transaction Timing. I'll tell you a little bit about J.M. Hurst, the author. Module 2 is the basics of cycle analysis, how cycles show up in nature, and the basic language that we're going to use, an extensive list of words that you'll hear me use throughout this whole teaching process, and you have a downloadable glossary right there that you could print out. In Module 3, we're going to look at Hurst's 8 principles of cycle analysis. This is the core of the work. It's graphically explained in detail with downloadable definitions of all of Hurst's principles. I'm going to walk you through graphically charts that teach you these core principles that you will embody. And once you do that, it's going to make a huge difference in how you see and understand charts. Module 4 is how to identify cycles. You've seen me put cycle brackets on there, those drawing tools. No matter what your platform, you probably have some variation available, and you'll be identifying the energetic forces using multiple time frames. Then you'll operate more intuitively, and you'll have a greater sense of the market bias, the way you want to approach the market through that information. Module 5 are more tools that are going to help you identify the cycles. Whether you're looking at stocks or ETFs or futures, it's the same thing. And you're going to use moving averages and oscillators and enveloping and more. We'll teach you different tricks about how to better see the cyclical patterns that are in any of these securities that you are looking at. Module 6 is about the deeper meaning of cycles and their varying lengths. We look at the inner workings of the dominant and minor cycle patterns, applying the principle of summation. That is an incredibly valuable principle that you're going to always use. And you're going to get a greater sense of the trend quality and when trend changes. You'll really get a great sense of market feel and direction, and again, how to bias your approach, your trades to the market. Module 7 is defining the trend in the market. We're going to learn the embedded code in these shapes of cycle patterns, configurations, and translations. I'll teach that all to you extensively. And we're going to apply some of my tools that include slim ribbons and the projection oscillator. And there's a couple of videos that I'll attach to that one, because there's a lot to learn about how to use that pair of tools. And you're going to get a great sense of trend and when a trend is continuing or failing. Module 8 is dealing with cycle confusion. Okay, so we're working on all of this and things change. We're going to solve the changes in cycle lengths and phase shifts and changes in dominance and of what all of that means. Yes, you're getting deeper into it now and really expanding your understanding of the cyclical analysis that we're presenting in here. Module 9 is how do cycles create chart patterns? Chart patterns do not just happen. Head and shoulders, M's, V's, flags, pennants, many more are created by cycle patterns. To you, to this point, they've probably only looked like two-dimensional patterns. But now you're going to learn the important messages as you learn the energetic movements in the markets that create those patterns. Module 10, we're going to look at the effect of momentum on cycle patterns. We're going to review some more of my favorite indicators in detail and show the correlation between momentum and cycle patterns. So we're building on what we've learned before about that. Module 11 is great. We're going to look at candlesticks to ID peaks and troughs. This is a good way for analysis of when something is peaking or bottoming in specific areas that we will have identified as support resistance or targeting areas. And candlestick patterns have strong messages they provide about turning points and cycle patterns. And we're going to link onto this another video that shows you pretty advanced stuff about how the Japanese saw the candlestick patterns and what the psychology is behind each one. So really a great module that you have here. Module 12 is about gaps in cycle patterns. And we're going to look at 4 types of gaps and the messages they provide, how they fit into the cycle patterns, what they mean, and how they present some really great opportunities. Module 13, we're going to look at VTLs, valid trend lines, and learn a great tool to help identify trend and cycle breakouts and breakdowns. That is a VTL is called valid trend line. It doesn't mean that other trend lines are not valid. However, this is a trend line that works great with cycle analysis, and again sends an important message. And we want to learn how to send those messages by setting alerts in Module 14. After building your analytical universe, there is a lot to follow. So we're going to let the trading platform help and how and where to set alerts to specific opportunities with VTLs, price lines, and price levels that will be very helpful to you. Module 15 is our price and directional projections. This is really important, and so many people ask us about this, and we're going to use the information from the cycle's shape to make directional projections, establish price targets, and identify changes in conditions of strength. Really an important key when all of a sudden we make a projection and all of a sudden the strength condition changes. So you're going to learn a lot about that in that module. Module 16, we're going to do swing high, swing low analysis using cycle analysis to do so. This is how you're going to improve your entry and exit locations and identify support and resistance levels and zones. And we've got some other videos to attach to really support this learning process. Invaluable. Whether you end up using cycle analysis as the primary way that you use charts or not, this module is just golden. Module 17, we're going to look at intraday cycles, how to best use cycle analysis if you're a day trader or scalper. And we're going to look at some cycles on intraday charts with some good information and some cautions about the best way to use this analysis for intraday analysis. Module 18 is about cycle synchronicity. We're going to look at the major messages we get out of cycles about the major markets. Stock charts synchronize, and they help identify major market peaks and troughs. We're going to look at market leaders at different historical bull market tops and bottoms and apply that information to current times also. So we're going to see how the market leaders really offering good signals about market conditions, major market conditions. And Module 19 is a review. It's about putting it all together. What you've learned, building your analytical universe, and how to deal with the challenges that will arise as we develop into cycle analysts. And then we're going to have an addendum added to there. We're going to add our first addendum, which is an explanation of how to use some of our proprietary studies with cycle analysis. We separated that one out of there. is not everybody has that available because those are specifically for Thinkorswim. And then we're going to add addendums as we go forward with your questions. You're going to send me questions, of course, and these ongoing videos, you'll all help each other as the questions come, and then I answer an email and then take out some of the really important ones and create videos to really continue to help you become a person much more informed and able to use this style of analysis. I know this is a lot. It's huge. And like I said, this will forever change the way you look at technical analysis and charting. And I'm going to give you support. You'll be able to send me emails for 30 days after your purchase. So I know when you first go through it, you're going to have a lot of questions, and you'll be able to send me those questions through a form. And our level 4 subscribers who get our charts, well, they get ongoing email support anyway, and that continues if you become a level 4 member. And, as I said, we're going to add these addendums, and I'm going to continue to answer your questions. So this workshop will keep growing, and that is an important part of being able to give you the support that I believe that will be important to your success. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 40 years, and embodying these lessons takes a long period of time, and I talk about that in this process. So getting my support is going to be helpful. So thanks for watching this. Please consider the importance of making this kind of investment. This is a fantastic opportunity to advance your technical knowledge and skills, to become a cycle analyst, or to use all of that you've learned in here and apply it to the way that you look at your own work right now, or to bring your own studies into this work. This is going to raise your odds of success as you understand the markets in a whole new way. Again, thanks for listening, and I look forward to working with you.